may involve adult themes and strong language. This is the Curse of Penance RPG.
Welcome to episode 15 of the Curse of Penance RPG. Who are you? What are you? And as this week is the World Cup, who's your favourite dead celebrity? Starting with Karen.
Well, howdy. I'm Karen Lebowski, number one, mother in all of Barovia, even though my son is still missing 15 episodes and counting. My favourite dead celebrity, I think, would have to be... Oh shit, what do you call her, the lady who did The Weakest Link?
Anne Robinson.
Yeah.
She's not dead.
She's not dead.
That's the joke.
Oh. Wait, because that joke tanks, does that mean mine won't now?
I feel it would have worked better if I remembered that her last name was Robinson.
Or that she was dead.
Were you expecting us to say, no, she's not, and then you go, oh fuck, I thought she was?
No, I expected you to remember the discussion we had about this.
The Robinson line, I get it, I always know.
I don't remember this.
It was like last session.
Who's the most famous celebrity who could die and you wouldn't be surprised
Oh, yeah.
if they were dead?
Oh yeah, right.
BB King, let's go with that, why not?
Do you want to start again?
No, it's too late now, and we're committed.
Karen's having a temper tantrum.
So, okay. Meg.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Meghren. She's a human rogue. She has two fancy daggers, her pet Diaval, and her squeeze box. And also her favourite dead celebrity, I would have to say Robin Williams, because he was lovely.
Fair enough. AJ.
Hey, I'm AJ. I play Ozmand, who may have taken things a little far last session when it came to sawing a dude's arm off. I just need to clarify, when we say favourite, are we like favourite person that we're happy they're dead, or just like person that we like who just happens to be dead?
Oh, it's open to interpretation.
It's a good question. But if we're going with person who's dead who I liked, Phil Hartman.
Oh.
Which one was that?
He was on Saturday Night Live in like the 90s and that, but he was the voice of Troy McClure on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He got murdered by his wife.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
I remember that now. She shot him, didn't she?
Yeah.
Welcome to Curse of Penance, your favourite round-the-table gossip.
Yeah.
A mad alcoholic, I think.
Yeah, but he was like super funny and everything, and yeah.
Hollywood story.
Yeah.
So, Rosie.
I'm Lexa, and I play Rosie. Lady with a crossbow, loves using it, and I'm going to say my favourite dead celebrities are the 3 of the 4 Golden Girls that have passed on.
Because you hate the 4th one, or because she's not dead yet?
She's not dead yet.
Yeah, I love them.
Will she join the pantheon of your favouritism when she dies?
Yes.
Cool, I don't know who
Betty
the
White.
last one live is, but there you go.
It's Betty White.
Is it?
Yes.
I've never seen Golden Girls.
She's still alive, isn't she?
Yeah,
Congrats,
she's
Betty
still
White.
alive.
Betty White's immortal.
Thank you
Her and
for
David
being
Attenborough.
And Matt.
Hello, my name is Tubbs, and I am a travesty. Just, frankly, a walking catastrophe who is descending into darkness and terror and doesn't really know who he is anymore. But hey, he's having a good time doing it. My favourite celebrity who is dead by far is Frederick Bushman.
Who?
That's all I have to say about that. That guy, Frederick Bushman.
Who?
You've heard
that
of Frederick
guy?
Bushman. You know, Friedrich, your good old friend, Frederick Bushman.
Nope.
No? He invented the accordion?
Sexy. You bet he was
Yeah.
sexy.
The sexiest beast known in history. Apparently, he had 17 mistresses, which is why the accordion has that many buttons on it. Because it's like, it was to increase his finger dexterity so he could please the ladies in his life.
That still doesn't make up for... Never mind.
I mean, if you think about it, a lot of the stuff you do with an accordion is quite sexual.
You felt like
Like, you know, the motion, it's all very... I'm just saying, next time you're playing an accordion, imagine it's not an accordion, if you know what I mean, and you'll see what I mean.
Matt, I feel
Poor
sorry.
What have you experienced by pretending you're at sea?
I feel sorry for your future wife, Matt.
Why do
I know that we're going to club together and send you an accordion as a wedding present now.
Little concertina.
I feel bad for her for different reasons, but there we go. I'm just happy I've made a joke that everyone's laughed at, because that doesn't happen very much in this segment. In fact, I believe there have been 2 episodes out of 15 that's happened. I'm going to talk at great length and drop it throughout the episode that people laughed at my first joke. So when it's inevitably cut out that everyone laughed at my joke, it will ruin continuity for the whole episode.
Right,
Oh.
so
What happened last week?
Previously on the Curse of Penance RPG.
Don't want to think about it.
we got put on trial.
It was a very unfair trial. And then, yeah, we got put on trial. We
A
then...
real kangaroo court.
It was. We broke out, killed every single guard in the prison, with some help from that lady who likes us. We then went upstairs, Esmeralda. We went upstairs, we found the guy with the clockwork arm and the doll fetish, killed him, hacked his arm off, surrounded his body in smiling dolls painted with his blood, found her daughter who was a cat, turned her back into a human, then we're like, fuck this, turned her back into a cat. Then there were 2 other guys, we turned them into cats and stole those, so now we got 3 cats in a bag. Went upstairs, killed the judge, who's also the daughter, I think, of the Lord of the Land. Cousin, that's the one. Murdered her while she was sleeping. Kidnapped her children. And yeah, it was brutal.
The cats.
And now we have 3 cats. And we are chilling out at the Lord of the Land, aka Zarovich's castle. Because Esmeralda thinks that's a good place to hide.
Yeah, basically.
But we have cats. But we don't have our cart. And we don't have Archibald anymore, unless
No,
he's
you
on
do
his
have
way.
Archie.
Oh shit, yeah, we found Archie.
You have Archie
Okay.
and Jason.
They were in the cart, I remember now. Jason is a pivotal character. Frankly, I think he's an MVP so far.
Well, if we ever do a who is your favourite character, it's going to possibly be mentioned, but yeah.
I mean, the favourite characters have to be Jason and Archie.
Okay, so you arrived at the sort of gates to the castle and got off the cart, and as I said last week, it started to rain. So you're now standing in this graveyard full of tombstones, and there's a couple of like bigger, more fancy looking crypts around the edge, and then the castle itself is in the middle. What do you do?
Graveyard, you say? Right, guys, let's build a ladder and scale the walls. I've got a great idea. I'm gonna look around for a shovel.
You have a shovel.
I'm gonna start digging up a grave. I'm getting supplies for a ladder. You let me know if you want me to do anything over here.
Okay.
I think we should leave him to it. I don't want to be associated with this.
Yeah, I'm
Have
gonna
you-
look at the cats.
Have you looked at what grave you're digging up yet?
I'll be honest, I was going for the first one, but I will happily look at the inscription.
Okay. You look at this one, it's so overrun with moss you can't read it. Do you want to
Cool,
take the moss
right.
off or just...
Yeah, let's get rid of the moss.
Okay. You remove all the moss and you reveal Gilbert Florentino.
Karen!
Dun, dun, dun.
It's one of your ex-husbands or love children. Do you know a Gilbert Florentino?
She's stunned by silence.
The
Speechless.
suspense is killing me.
I mean,
Fainted.
there were a Gino, but I ain't know no Gilbert.
I see,
Yeah,
so if I dig this guy's bones up and make a ladder, you're not going to kick off.
Nah, how about you?
You
Wonderful.
wanna check the next one, just in case?
Yeah, let's jot. I just want to look for some funny names. Anything ends in the word but, ween, anything that contains any phallic joke. That's all I'm after.
You sort of wander around cleaning the moss off and look at a couple of graves, You don't find that many interesting ones. You find one that talks about how he was a master pilot. You find one.
Wait, a master pilot?
Yeah.
What the fuck did he pilot?
Dig up his grave and find out if you want.
I'm gonna dig the fuck out of that grave. Guys, has anyone heard of this pilot thing?
You dig up the grave, and in the coffin is incredibly large. Like, we're talking like 3 times the size of a normal coffin.
Oh. This is a big old grave, boy. Oh, hell yeah. Guys, think of the furniture we can make out of this motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, Tubbs. I don't think the rest of us are as like psyched about making furniture out of corpses as you are.
I'm quite happy playing with the cats.
Back where I'm from, we had this place called IKEA, and it had all sorts of furniture. That's where I feel I am right now.
When you think about it, isn't wood just like a tree corpse?
Exactly. I'm glad you're on my team here, Karen. I always knew that we had something special. I mean, shut up, Karen, you hoe.
You
Sock Tubbs.
you
Go throw
crack
a stone at the back of his head.
You crack the top of the coffin open, and inside seems to be like... It's like someone who's been buried within a broken flying machine.
Guys, I
It's
don't know
like
what
a
this
sort
is, but it's fucking
You know one
cool.
of those Amazing Men, the flying machines, where they had the wings attached to themselves?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
big
That French guy
contraption,
who,
it's got that.
like that one French guy who jumped off the Eiffel Tower.
Yep. It's something like that.
Now, I'm at odds here, guys, because it looks like this guy could fly, and that could be useful, but it also looks like he couldn't fly very well.
Yeah, I don't think it were a success.
I suppose we should probably just get on with it, shouldn't we? Can we come back later, though?
I'm sure you could. After
Yeah.
walking through the graveyard, you find one of the graves seems to have already been dug.
Oh, is there a gravestone?
There is a gravestone.
Guys, I found something interesting. I'm going to read it.
Okay. The gravestone says Tuko.
Pardon? Ukul.
Tuko.
Tukul. Huh. Is there anyone in the grave?
No. Seems empty, and it seems that anything that's in has been completely stolen.
Guys, someone's been building furniture before us.
Or just, robbing.
Yeah, Tubbs, I'm pretty sure you was the only necro carpenter for Mars.
I mean, I suppose that's good in a way.
Roll perception to see if there's anyone around or sign.
You can, yes?
Oh, you fucker.
You look around and you can't see anything, but you do notice in the next row there seems to be one grave with a shovel, like, embedded into it. That seems to have been dug, possibly either dug and reburied or just dug.
Free shovel.
Ooh, free weapon.
Okay.
Shower curtain.
What's the name on that one?
It's Arch Stanton.
Oh. I'm writing this down, everybody. Are we spelling Tukul like that? Because that's how I'm spelling it. Oh, Tukul.
No.
Okay, Tukul.
Yeah, I thought it was like
Oh, not an
Tuco. I thought it was, Tuco, like the guy off Breaking Bad.
Okay. So there's a Tuco, and there's Gil Florentino, we already got, and there's Arch Stanton. Okay, I've written it down in my notebook. I realise that all of you are probably not having as much fun as I am here, and maybe we should push on.
Okay. At the moment you look around, there's a couple of other graves that seem surprisingly clean. Like, for example, there's one that says Coral, and below it says she almost made it.
Weird.
Most.
I wonder what she almost made.
And you notice that there's a very grand, like, monument style thing. And as you walk up to it, you notice written on this sort of monument is the Lady Markovia. And
Wait,
sitting
what?
on top of this seems to be a thigh bone.
Wait, wasn't that relevant for some reason? I'm sure that rings a bell.
There was a statue to her inside the abbey.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was the one we put the dress on.
Oh, is this like...
Yes.
Is this like her thigh bone?
It's a thigh bone.
You notice that there's a statue that it seems to have been a part of, but it's fallen out of the statue, but it's actually a thigh bone.
Is the statue made of bones? I would like to use
No,
my
the statue
necrocarpentry.
The statue is made of complete stone, but seem to have a real thigh bone.
I wonder if this was once actually people. I mean, I feel like we should fix it, and I don't want to suggest who should maybe fix it, but I mean, we do have an expert in necrocarpentry here, so stand back, let the pro deal with it.
Knock yourself out.
I swear, though, if I get caught on fire again...
My fireball staff will stay by my side. And by that I mean on my back.
Also, if you get set on fire, at least it's raining.
I mean, that's a fair
Very
point.
true.
In fact, would anyone like me to set them on fire?
At the moment.
I don't mind setting anyone on fire if, anyone fancies it.
Maybe you should put that stuff on the ground.
Meg just flips him the bird.
Oh, don't be mean. Don't do that to Dave.
No!
I would like to reconnect the thigh bone while singing under my breath. The thigh bone connects to the
knee bone?
Knee bone, that's the one.
Okay, roll.
That was in character, by the way, that wasn't. I know what it connects to. Do you know what? I don't know where I start and Tubbs begins anymore.
Yeah, you're speaking out of character with Tubbs' voice.
This is it now, it's who I am. Day at work, someone said, Mag, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know what you mean.
And everything around you for some reason feels quite serenic.
Guys, do you feel that?
Yes.
I just thought it was because I was lighting up this cigarette.
Getting that sweet puff of magic.
Can I examine the statue closer, please?
You can, yes.
I'd say to Karen out loud.
You examine the statue. The face seems to have eroded over time. It reminds you a lot of the statue from Kresk.
That's what I was thinking. Wasn't that guy, the guy who Owen Wilson fell in love with before she died, wasn't he in Markovia?
I don't know. All blessed out though, can I draw a little face with mud on the face of the statue's face?
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
You're gonna make sure she's smiling at least.
Roll a perception check.
I was thinking that too. I want to be looking around in case anybody's messing with the statue.
Natural 20.
We're looking at the statue.
Yeah.
Okay. You look at the statue and you're not really sure what to make of it, and then you notice off to the side that one of the tombs is very obvious compared to everything else. It seems to be made of white marble.
Guys, that's a really fancy tomb to be around these parts.
Pretty swish.
Well, goddamn, how'd we miss that?
It's bright white marble.
There's probably a lot of things that dead people don't need in there anymore.
Yeah, like loot, Karen. Ooh. Grave goods.
Or clues, yeah, probably some clues we can find.
You think there might be some clues in there? Let's go.
Yeah, clues.
I'll be honest, we haven't done much crime scene investigating recently.
That's
Yeah,
true. Although this
bit
isn't so much a
rusty.
crime scene as a graveyard, but whatever.
I mean, people are dead here, that's crime.
Yeah, and how they got here could be a mystery.
It's true. It's true.
It's all these corpses about. How did they get here? It's as if someone's burying them.
Yeah, they've got their birth dates on here and when they died, and
It's like
but not
mocking
how
us.
they died.
So, you go over and look at the tomb. The tomb is immaculate, as in it's completely white marble. And like everything else, it's not even covered in moss. It seems to defy the corruption of the land.
So this is kind of like a holy. Does anybody get kind of this holy tomb kind of feel?
Well, I mean, I do have a staff that corrupts shit, so
Don't touch anything.
I haven't fired a single
Nope.
anything today.
Nope.
Not even one.
No.
Just half.
If you do, I will beat you with it.
Half a little one.
I'm gonna reach for his staff.
I remember what happened when you did it inside our building. You tore
Exactly.
down the house.
We got a new plot. We got a new plot of
17.
land.
Meg grabs the corruption staff off of Tubbs.
No!
And I'm gonna beat him over the head with it. Just once.
Sure.
Just once.
I just want to
once.
beat him to death.
Yep,
That's
crack
good.
Tubbs over the head, Tubbs collapses and starts bleeding.
Good.
My
Again, I'm
favorite-
gonna hold this for now.
My favorite number is orange. Karen, I think I love you.
Right, you're not getting the staff back. I'm gonna attach it to my belt and keep it inside.
You remember when we stole that guy's arm? That was great.
When I feel you can use it responsibly, you can have it back.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think someone's bleeding. I can see quite a lot of blood in my eyes.
Oh yeah. How about that?
It's fine. Nobody to worry about.
Okay, I'll just sit here a minute and have a snooze.
Okay.
Yeah, just sit and rest for a second.
There's a
You'll
lot
be over
of
shortly.
rain coming down at the
Make
moment,
me
and
have a
Tubbs
rest.
is basically lying in a sort of ever-crimsoning pool.
Do you remember that, like, empty grave?
We're not that bad yet.
Well, how messed up would it be if that was how Tubbs died, though? I made it 15 episodes in and then, like, make...
I'll be honest. Probably oddly fitting. Like, the amount of team pain that Tubbs has dished out, he probably deserves it.
The amount of pain you've inflicted on Meg is ridiculous as well.
Exactly, the fact that Meg might now be the one that kills me.
Meg is probably more scar tissue than person, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm probably like a 3rd-degree burn victim all over my body.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So, you look at this tomb, there's a portcullis down on it, which seems, unlike anything else, you've not seen anything else that seems to have such a way of keeping people out, put it that way. What do you do?
Sit and bleed on the floor.
No, I know what you do, but what does everyone else do?
Can I sort of inspect? Did you say it was the door isn't locked or anything, or?
It's got a portcullis, but it seems, it's like everything else seems to be open plan, whereas
Right.
this seems to have a portcullis over the front of it.
My,
Oh, right, okay, so the exact opposite of what I thought you said.
my sister, she's kind of the black sheep of the family. She's the only one who never got arrested. She used to work as a maid in a castle, and she showed me a trick how to open portcullises.
Oh. What was that then, Karen?
There's a little latch on the side that it makes it easier to lift. It disengages the lock.
Roll to see how they get on.
Go for it, Karen.
Karen sort of walks up, does some sort of little thing, and the portcullis seems to lift rather easily.
Hey, Cassie, I know you weren't holding out on me.
So I take it we'll just all help lift up enough that we can get in.
Yep, so you
Yeah.
lift the portcullis and you drag the bleeding body of Tubbs down the stairs. As you get to the bottom, inside there's this, like, it's actually well lit considering there's, like, not been anyone here for a long time, and it's quite dark outside. So as you get to the bottom, it seems like it's glowing with a sort of very eerie, like, holy light. And in the middle of the room there's this large marble tomb. Like, do you remember the ones you opened that were full of, like, bugs and stuff like that before?
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, them. And on the wall there are 2 statues either side of a large painting. And for some reason there's a lot of water on the floor.
Oh, do the statues look like whoever's looking at them?
Statues look like sort of very quite angelic.
Oh, so yeah, they does look like me.
Look at this one, it looks just like me, Karen. She's like skinny with very, no, it's just like me.
Is one of the paintings of Timothy and the other painting of the lady...
There's
well,
just one enormous painting that sort of dominates the room, but it's between the 2 statues.
Oh,
And
okay,
it seems
sorry.
to be from, like, what little light you have at the moment, it seems to be a man and a woman.
Oh.
Did we ascertain that Timothy is Zarevich?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah. Cool, I really want to call him Timothy when we meet him just to confuse him.
Can I light a match to create a little bit more light?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need some light? I got you covered.
Chill, Tubbs, chill.
Okay, I'll just sit here and bleed.
Well, let Karen take care of it right now.
Okay, I'll just have a snooze. I'm quite sleepy.
Bleeding from.
I hit him with my head.
Is it just me, or is
Oh,
everything a bit blurry in here?
You know what they say, Tubbs? If you've had a head injury, the best thing to do is just to go to sleep.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna have a snooze.
I attempt first aid by putting pressure to his wound.
You can, yes. You're sort of
It's a-
standing on Tubbs, putting pressure on his head, and Tubbs is going, "Why are you poking me?" Ooh.
I hand Rosie the pillow and say, use this.
It's a head wound. They always bleed more.
Mm.
You'll be fine.
So, you spark up the match and look at the painting. The painting seems to be he's got similar features to Timothy, but he looks like he must be a relative of some kind. And the woman looks eerily familiar to you.
Oh.
I dub the relative man Jimothy.
Yes.
In what way does he look familiar?
She.
She, sorry.
When you
Does
sort
she-
of hold the light up to her, you realise it looks like Owen Wilson the last time you remember her what she was wearing.
Oh, it's reincarnation.
It's an evil painting.
Yes. But she must be like a reincarnation of his lady.
Or maybe she's just like, because she's wearing the same stuff we saw her in last time. Maybe when she got eaten by the. Oh fuck!
Remember, we got the wedding dress, and
Yeah,
I bet. Oh, no,
More
no,
importantly, what the fuck is all this water doing on the floor? And there's a lady who got sucked into a lake in a painting, and there's water on the floor. It might be the head wound talking, but I'm sure there's a link here.
So what you saying is that Owen Wilson was kidnapped and now got married and now is Mrs. Jimothy?
I mean, maybe. I mean, can we have a look in these here coffins?
Tubbs is onto something because water. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, she traveled through the water to here from the lake.
Also, there was
to
Lady
here.
Markovovich over there, and she was like part of the something to do with the statue that Owen Wilson fell in love with. So, someone
Oh,
want to
it's like
help me?
Oh, it's like a portal.
Maybe. I mean, she wasn't normal, was she? She was walking on water, and I'm pretty sure that's not normal. I mean, that might be the head injury, but I'm pretty sure that's not normal.
No, you're right. It's not normal.
Okay, so should we have a look in one of these? There's two tombs here. One would assume they're the people that are in the painting. So should we see if Owen Wilson is in one of these?
You can if you want.
I'm assuming they might be a bit tall for me if they're the same size like normal marble sarcophagi.
That was the word I couldn't remember earlier. Thank you.
That's fine. I'm gonna try and push it off.
Okay. Which one are you going to move?
Are they lined up with the painting?
They seem to have lined up with the angels.
Okay. Which side of the painting is... So are the angels male and female?
No, there just seem to be two generic ones either side of the painting.
Okay. And in the painting, is she on the left or the right?
She is on the left.
Then I'm gonna try and open the left-hand one.
Okay.
What if it's stage left though?
Well, okay, so I'm going to stand so both the sarcophagi and the painting is in front of me, and then open the coffin on the side of the painting that she is on.
Open the port one, whichever one's port. Or starboard, I forget which one.
Yes, I'm going to open on the left.
Okay. Roll.
Is this rolling string? Because this won't go well for Tubbs. Would anyone like to help the small halfling with a head injury? Yeah, because that's a one.
Natural one. Tubbs goes. "Arrgh!" And the rest of you look on as Tubbs is pushing at the actual sarcophagi, not the lid.
Does it look
I'm-
funny?
It does look quite funny, yeah.
I might just sit down. All that thinking's hurt my head for some reason.
Rosie has a go.
Rosie manages to push the lid, at least semi off.
Is Owen Wilson in there?
You look inside, there seems to be the body, which does have Owen Wilson's body, but it seems to be like it's decayed years and years and years and years and years ago.
Wow.
It's just like her
Me.
equipment, there's nothing else.
Wow.
It's the mummy of Owen Wilson.
Wow.
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 Wow. Welcome to the next 10 minutes of Curse of Penance. Wow. Wow.
Oh,
So,
she looked pretty good when she was walking around.
I was
She
gonna
didn't look like
so-
that.
Yeah. Do you think we found some kind of like?
Doppelganger.
Well, no, I was gonna say time portal in the lake caused her to travel from there to this coffin, and also several years passed.
Was she
We're in
from
the
the past?
election.
I think she's from
Is
the
we-
past, and then she came to the future and went back.
That
So-
works too.
Does that mean we's in the future?
Or is it just like, does that mean our prison sentences are served?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I'll be
Unless
honest, we got a lot of new crimes, so I hope all's not the roll.
Unless we's in the past, then we've got to serve them again.
True. But I'm wondering whether maybe it's actually just like rapid decay. I mean, shit works weird in time like here, doesn't it? Like there was those grapes that grow super fast, so time's all a bit fucked up here.
They was
Yeah, and that
magic
fog
grapes,
was-
though.
Yeah, and that fog was pretty unnatural too.
Exactly. Can we look in Jimothy's, what I presume to be Jimothy's
Yeah.
thing?
Yep. Are you closing Owen Wilson's tomb back over, or are you leaving it
Oh
open?
no. Actually, that's the point. Was she wearing any kind of like jewelry or shit when we saw her? So is she wearing the same clothes as when we last saw her?
Yeah.
Wait,
so
Tubbs, can you, like, talk to the dead?
I can't. I can raise zombie. I'll be honest, my spellbook's left at home. I don't have that anymore. I can raise a skeleton and hope it's her.
I'd suggest a different plan. Oz,
Yeah.
why don't you take your sun sword and just run through her head and
No.
chest? Just in case.
I just
in
want to
case.
clarify right here. None of you are going to make fun of me for poking.
No,
my
it's not a
body
baby,
again.
it's fine. It's not a baby, it's fine. And
I
she's
want
already
a solemn
dead.
word, no poking of fun.
Meg
Before
gives
I
her
go ahead.
solemn word. Meg,
Okay.
I
Meg-
give my solemn word.
Meg, I'm not Meg. Tubbs gives a solemn nod.
Okay.
Can I nod but have my fingers crossed behind my back?
Yeah, Tubbs had his fingers crossed as well.
Meg does not have her fingers crossed. She completely honored.
Can I roll stealth to hide my fingers crossing from Oz? I rolled an 11.
Okay, so
I'm gonna roll
are you
etiquette.
taking the sun sword and stabbing her through the head?
I mean, it seems like an extreme response, to be
I mean,
honest.
what if she's the good guy? Maybe we can just like
What
wake
else are we
her
gonna
up.
do, though?
Can I just like lay the flat of the blade like on her? I don't know why we didn't. Yeah, just kind of lay the flat of the blade kind of on some kind of part of any part of her. I'm not stabbing her or anything straight away, just to see if there's any kind of response.
Fine.
Like, because it seems like we went from kind of 0 to 60 there to like, it's a corpse. Ozmand, why don't you stab it through the head?
I mean, classic Oz, wanting to
I'm
stab shit.
I'm more concerned that she's gonna like automatically come to life and try and kill us. So, as that's near enough everybody in this land.
If that happens, I'm happy to stab her through the head then, but it seems a bit premature at the moment.
I'll be honest, Meg.
It's a
that's
dead
good
body.
point.
Who's you worried you're gonna piss off? It's a dead body.
It's not so much piss off. I've got a reputation to make, like, try and lose here. You know.
Well, if it's not maintained, it's trying to lose.
Don't be ashamed of who you are, Oz. Like,
And
you
it's
just
not
gotta
even
be you. It's not even a baby.
Exactly.
You lose the old reputation, you'll be corpse stabber.
I think you should do it.
Sometimes Oz, I mean, think about it this way. It's like necroarmory. You're just making a new scabbard for your sword, really. And it's
Seriously.
You're a necrosmith, if anything. And then there'll be two of us, so we can have a union.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna actually do. I'm just gonna kind of lay the flat of the blade kind of on the corpse's forehead.
Jeez, what
I'm
are
gonna
you,
hold it by the
chicken?
handle though.
Blah,
Stab her. It don't matter, she's dead.
You
Oh, so
roll
fine.
to
You're happy.
hold the
You're
blade against the head.
Roll. Okay.
Yep. You hold the blade against the head. It seems to sizzle.
Oh.
What is it,
Classic.
chicken? Yeah. Bwak, 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 you chicken. Bwak, bwak, bwak.
Classic Ozmand. Oh look, there's something dead here. I'm gonna stab it.
Meg's gonna wrap her hands around Osmond's hand and just like force stab into the head of
Jeez.
Okay.
Tubbs is gonna stop the stabbing.
You
There's no lot I can do about
you
that.
stab through the head.
Do it.
I'm rolling to stop it.
No, you stab through the head.
Damn it.
There is a shrieking noise. The body crumbles to dust. The woman fades from the painting, and the man changes from being happy to being what seems to be lost.
Good job.
And the area
Kurt.
of sort of good fades from the tomb.
Oh shit.
Good job,
Guys,
Oz.
this is why I didn't want to stab it. You killed the one good person in Barovia.
It's just
Oh,
like
shit.
those babies you killed. Good job, top phone.
That was Meg this time. I want
Yeah.
that made clear.
I mean,
Meg accepts responsibility for this.
so
You
I
done
have
fucked
good
up,
news and I have bad news. The good news is, I think we've worked out the secret. The bad news is we might be fucked. As in, I'm starting to think that she fell in love with this. So is the statue that of Markovich dude similar to the painting of Jimothy?
Markovich?
The
No,
the
it's not.
Okay. I wonder whether she had like lost her love in that lake, and then she was like, "I'm gonna go to him now," and then they like were reunited and happy and created this sanctuary in this land of death and shit.
And then Meg made me stab her.
And then Meg now made me stab her, which like was the only protection we might have had from this
Yeah.
land of shit.
Well, I guess the only thing to do is to stab the other dead guy.
We're
Yeah,
cleaning
maybe.
it out.
Well, I'm just thinking and bear with me, we might have to sacrifice Meg for this to work, but I tried to sacrifice myself last week. I mean, yesterday. So maybe we should like try and wake him up and be like, hey dude, what's going on? Then if he's an asshole, we stab him. Basically, what I'm thinking is, shall we change our stabbing habits from just anybody who's dead to people who are assholes?
I mean, I feel like that was something we really should have done a while back.
I know, but never too late to start.
I feel really bad, guys.
I mean,
I'm really sorry.
I think we
What
should just
happens?
keep going as we have. I don't believe in like personal growth and all that sort of stuff.
Don't believe in character development.
What's the opposite of character development? Because I feel like Tubbs has undergone like the reverse.
It's technically character development.
It's character development and stagnation is when nothing happens.
Right. Well, Tubbs definitely hasn't stagnated.
No, you just developed in a rather disturbing way.
Into an arsehole.
Yeah. Right. Shall we see if we can get this guy up before we stab him?
No, I think we just stab him.
But
Okay.
Karen, he
I
looks
think we try
sad.
and kill him.
Yeah, but what if he tries to stab us for like stabbing his girlfriend?
Then we can stab him
It
with our
wouldn't be
magic
the first.
sword.
It wouldn't be the first time that's happened to me.
Then it's fine. We can just stab him with the sword. Or I tell you what, I pull out my fireball staff. We got this. It's fine.
No.
I'm gonna hand Tubbs back his push staff.
Oh, I wondered where that had gone.
Yeah.
Thanks for finding it. I must have dropped it when I fell over on my head.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
Stab the
I-
dead man. Stab the dead man.
Let's open it and see what the body looks like first. And if he looks evil, we'll stab him. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll to open the tomb.
I'll be honest.
Open the sarcophagus, sorry. Sarcophagus.
I do not have expertise, so does anyone else want to do it for me?
Well, the expertise of pushing heavy things.
I mean, I think we proved that.
I will
Fine.
push the lid.
Yeah, push the
Okay.
lid.
Never mind. I
Oh,
won't
nice
bother
one.
You push
pushing
the lid
lid.
off and it reveals a, again, quite decayed skeleton who seems to be wearing military regalia.
Has he got any weapons?
No, he has a
Okay.
scabbard which matches his sword.
Oz, try putting. So hold on. Right. I don't want to compound this, Meg, but it looks like the guy who has the sword that kills dead people, like the anti-evil sword, looks like this is the chap who owned the anti-evil sword. So
I just
And
killed
he-
the
and he's-
hero, didn't
and
I?
he's
And his
dead,
girlfriend. I
and-
killed the hero and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, I did hear a cackling from the gods as we stabbed her, like the dragon god, just like cackling at us while we ran through the hero of the campaign, our good friend Owen Wilson.
Yeah, but we can't give him his sword back because he's probably evil now after we killed his girlfriend.
I don't.
mean,
I think.
again.
Hang on. I don't think he's evil. I think we're the bad guys.
You think he might want to smite us?
I mean, I would.
Probably.
I just wonder if we should maybe put the sword in the scabbard and see what happens.
How about we take the scabbard off of him first?
I mean, I don't want to give the guy who probably wants to kill us and, you know, because
Yeah.
we double murdered his girlfriend, a sword.
I mean, already through Meg's actions, we know the sword works. You know,
I mean, you might want to get off your moral high horse, baby stabber.
can I beat Tubbs unconscious again?
I'm sure you can, yes.
Tubbs is going to roll
alone.
Tubbs is rolling out of the way.
Ooh.
Tubbs
You
is
just
prepared
managed
for
to
it.
miss him.
Look,
I-
guys.
A roll
I
to
was-
protect Tubbs.
I'm sorry, Ozmand, that was uncalled for.
We can't fight amongst ourselves, guys. Come on.
Yeah, look,
I already feel bad.
we should be
It's
fine.
Meg the beater.
We should be fighting this dead guy. In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm just going to start punching the dead guy.
Okay. You punch a corpse. The corpse just seems to react as you're punching a corpse.
I'm
Take
going to
a
pull the
punch.
I'm going to
Come
pull
on,
the scabbard off
guys.
the corpse.
Come on, guys, join in.
I don't really feel like joining in now.
Episode
like,
15, punching a corpse.
Oh, we have descended fully into the annals of infamy. To be fair, I've seen lots of people on Twitter talk about how it'd be interesting to watch a campaign of like people playing villainous characters. And I think we have completely filled that need. It turns out that we were the curse all along.
The curse of penance was...
Us.
Yeah.
Can I remove the scabbard and hand it to Oz? I'm like,
Yep.
why don't you put the sword in it, see what happens?
Fine.
Worst case, you got a cool scabbard.
Yeah.
Hey look, Oz managed to put a sword in something that wasn't a baby or a corpse.
So enough with the corpse and the babies. Meg's just kind of like a bit
Okay.
foolish. So
You attach the scabbard to your waist and slide the sword into it.
I sure do.
How do you feel? Do you feel powerful like a hero?
You stabbed that dead girl like a hero.
I'm not gonna lie, that was Meg.
I just want to clarify, I haven't stabbed any babies at all.
I haven't. He slid a sheet with a knife.
I never said stab, I said poke. Since episode 1, you've been on my back about this.
Did anyone watch like Made in Chelsea and stuff?
Nah, I'm
No.
not prick.
No, I have too much self-respect.
Well, man, no, I love it. I love seeing that rich people have more problems than I do. It makes me feel better about being poor. Anyway, they always have an episode, like, all these reality TV shows, they always have an episode at the end where, like, everyone gets together and basically has an argument about everything that happened. I feel like that's going to happen with us. The last episode will be right, so let's talk about this. How many times did Tubbs burn someone?
Oh, we have that episode coming, don't worry. That's episode
Okay.
the one after we finish recording.
Oh, cool.
Well, I'm actually going to put on Twitter and ask if anyone has any questions they want to ask the cast.
Oh, nice, I have so many. I think mine would just be, does anyone want to apologise for anything? Talking of things we should probably apologise for later on. Can I please see if that corpse has any cool shit on it? I'm thinking jewellery, I'm thinking amulets.
Does anything happen when I put the sword in the...
It feels... Something feels kind of right, but also ominous in the tomb you're in.
Huh.
And as
You
for
could have
the
seen that
corpse, it has a rather obvious signet ring, and it just has a couple of like medals on its chest and stuff like that.
I would like to take the signet ring,
Okay.
and I'm going to pat him on the cheek like, I'm very sorry, Timothy, but we need to finish what you started. I don't know what that is yet. I've been without direction for quite a long time, I'm not going to lie. But
Okay.
I'm sorry that Meg killed the love of your life, and death.
You take the signet ring and you put it on. Immediately, the tomb again feels like sorrow.
Oh,
So sorry.
I'm sorry, Timothy.
Sorry, Timothy. What if we bring him the portrait? Maybe that will make him happy.
I mean, can we just try putting the sword in there with the signet ring and see if it feels happier in here?
Yeah.
Put the sword
yeah,
where?
let's arm
In
the
the
corpse
tomb.
after we murdered his girlfriend.
I
As you
mean-
put the signet ring back
Right.
or the sword down, nothing changes. It just feels like sorrow.
Oh,
I'm not putting the sword down.
well, maybe we should just, you
Look,
know...
guys, I say between punches. In for a penny, in for a pound, as they say, right? I like the idea as well that, like, Tubbs has been looting this corpse while I've been punching him.
I like to think the camera's like punching in the
Karen's
middle
just
and just moved up a bit. Can I inspect the painting to see if anything has changed in that? Like, is he wearing a signet ring in the painting and such?
Is he
He is
bruised?
no longer wearing a signet ring in the painting.
Is his body bruised?
No.
Do his eyes
No.
follow me around the room?
His eyes, if anything, seem closed now.
Can someone help my wrist getting sore?
Karen is used to using her wrists a lot.
Yeah, that's why I got carpal tunnel.
Well, if you're so eager to finish it off, ask Ozmand for his sword.
Osmond, can I borrow your stabbing sword?
I'll do it myself. And I'd
Okay.
stab him in the head.
Okay.
Ozmand!
You stab him in the head. You again feel a wave of sadness pour through the whole tomb, and the man fades from the portrait.
Can
So
I
we...
pat Osmond on the back? Congratulations on finally accepting yourself.
So we definitely just freed their souls to go to a better place, right?
No, not even in the
100%.
slightest. But we've put it all to rest.
Is there anything else in this tomb that we've just desecrated?
The tomb feels like the rest of Barovia now, like death and sorrow.
Oh, fuck.
Kids. Is
So
there
what-
anything we can do to make this better?
What you're saying is we have unified the last bastion of this country.
It's true. Truly,
I mean,
the real curse
Patriot.
of penance was the friends we made along the way.
We are
I mean-
true patriots of Barovia.
So here's an idea. Maybe the Lord of the Land won't mind that we killed his cousin if we give him all of his, like, second cousins and tell him we finally cleansed this tomb for him. I mean, if you remember, this all started with the people desecrating sun tombs and shit, which had that kind of warm, bright... In fact, does this have that same warm feel that we had in those churches before they were desecrated?
Not anymore, it doesn't.
No, not anymore, no.
No, but before it was it similar?
Before it felt like sort of,
Safe.
yeah, sort of cold, safe, pleasant. Now it just feels despair.
Oh, great. So, maybe we go and tell Zarovich we've sorted out his tomb problem and he gives us a plot of land. And then, I mean, everyone around here seems to live for ages anyway, so maybe we, actually, well, I got another idea quickly. Can I have a look at the lids of the sarcophagi and see if they're inscribed or anything?
Yep.
Or like the general
Warning, do
sarcophagi?
not stab.
Yeah.
The one that you've just stabbed the guy, it says on the tomb, Sergei von Zarovich, beloved
so he-
brother, general in the armies of Barovia.
Right, so it says beloved, so either he was beloved to Zarovich or not, I mean, maybe not beloved to Zarovich because, he was carrying evil sun shit that Zarovich hates. How about Owen Wilson's tomb?
Owen Wilson's tomb says Tatiana von Zarovich, beloved wife of Sergei,
Oh,
taken
guys,
from us.
I have great news for you. We didn't stab Owen Wilson. This is someone else.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wait, hold on. Here's a suggestion. What if Owen Wilson was just, like, related to this person?
Well,
Yeah,
hold on.
That's what I said at the start.
I apologize for not listening, because, like, she didn't have a mum, right?
So that
Yeah.
means, like, her brother must have been related as well.
Yeah,
Whatever he was called, I forget.
it's Mark.
No, wasn't that the guy whose arm was cut off?
That was
No,
Isaac.
that's Isaac.
Maybe these people in Barovia should, like, have more clearly defined names.
Yeah,
So,
I said she was probably a reincarnation of.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just a relative. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like
Well-
your thinking.
Either way,
Well,
the Lord of the Land is von Zarovich, right?
Yeah.
And what's the surname of these people?
This von Zarovich, and I don't...
And like, this is the one cared for tomb that we've seen in the whole land.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like they probably didn't like him that much, because this guy's carrying a literal sun sword.
He
And-
wasn't though, was he? Because we found the sun sword in another graveyard.
yeah,
Well-
the scabbard was empty here.
I think it matches up. It looks like it's part of the same set. I mean, is there anything on the scabbard that would imply that it was designed for this sword?
Yeah, there was the same sun motif.
So it has the same kind of motif, and we know that some evil thing is... I mean, we don't know it's Zarovich, to be fair, but some evil thing's been desecrating all the sun tombs.
Look, here's the plan, right? We go find some of those Velaki. We'll find one who's really drunk. And we murder him. And we'll plant the sun sword on him. And we go to Zarovich and say, we found the guy who desecrated your tomb.
I wonder if he would have liked it to be desecrated, though.
Well
He would have
then,
done it himself, surely.
yeah.
But maybe he couldn't. Maybe he couldn't come in here for some reason. Obviously, it didn't last long before we stabbed her. But did this place not feel, like, safe and a bit different? Like, I haven't had a good feeling since we came to Barovia. And we walk into this tomb and suddenly it feels like, not warm, but, like, safe and comfortable and secure and stuff. Anyone else get that?
You saying you don't think you knew that, like, Paul Collis trick? And so he couldn't get in?
No, I mean, like, it had a different feeling, and now it feels exactly the same, and I wonder whether that's similar to the other churches before they were desecrated, right?
Should we go to Zarovich and be like, hey, we stabbed your extended family. Where's our reward?
We could always stab him.
I still feel like we've screwed up here.
So then we'll find someone to blame it on easy.
I mean, I don't carry the sword, so...
I mean, we can always just blame it on Ozmand.
It wasn't Oz's fault.
It's fine, throw me under the bus, why don't you?
It's a bus.
The end of series quote from Ozmand. How'd you enjoy it? Well, I liked looking at the underside of the bus. I got to see it often.
So,
Mm-hmm.
basically, we're here to avoid Zarovich finding us because, you know, we turned his second cousins into cats, right? And we killed his cousin.
Yeah.
Maybe we could uncatify them and ask them about these people we know about now, like Sergei and all that lot.
We might want to close the coffin.
I mean, maybe a good idea.
I say we
Yeah.
uncatify like one of them, rather than have to deal with both of them at the same time.
That's fine.
Yeah,
we
that's
want
a good
do you want one of the boys or the girl?
I feel like one of the boys, and we could always just like keep the other two in the coffin while they're still cats.
We'll just
I'll
keep
let-
them in the bag.
I'll let the cat out of the bag then.
I feel like putting them in a coffin, still open, is probably less cruel than just keeping them in a bag.
It's a cat. It'll just jump out.
Yeah, it's pretty dark as well.
Fine, then we'll put the lid on. At least have more space.
So the cat suffocates. Yeah. Okay.
We can crack it a little bit.
Right. I'm gonna put out one of the. I'm gonna pull one of the cats out
Okay.
before we get too far into animal cruelty.
So
So-
you pull one of the black cats out the bag. It sort of looks at you with a very sort of dazed expression on its face. What do you do?
I'm gonna humanify. Wait, actually, guys, I'm gonna do something and learn from a previous mistake we made.
I mean,
Remember that time we
got.
got? Well, maybe. Remember that time when we had a great idea to interrogate someone? We killed two people, managed to then knock one out, strapped him to a table, tortured him a bit, and then realized we didn't know what we were going to ask him.
You keep using this word "we." I don't think it means what you think it means.
It was a collective effort, Ozmand.
I don't remember this. I was away with Diva.
Yeah, I just say I feel peer pressured.
Do you think, Tubbs, you could just like decatify the head?
I mean, I could try.
Because then like you,
Oh god.
if it was just like a little kitten with a human head, it probably wouldn't be able to run away.
Break his neck trying to lift it, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, like lie it down on the ground
Okay,
so it
yeah.
don't have to lift the head.
I'm going to decatify the head.
Roll.
Oh god.
No, I'm not.
You sort of cast it on the cat. The cat turns back into a completely naked human who stands in front of you going, "Where am I?"
Time to let the cat out of the bag. What's going on?
You're in a tomb. I mean, you're in the headquarters of CSI Barovia, and you've got some questions to answer, young man.
He sort of looks around, looks Meg up and down, looks Rosie up and down, looks Karen up and down and says, "I'm at an orgy, yeah." And he sits down in the tomb and says, "So which one rides me first?"
I'll tell you what, you tell us what you want to know and you'll get whatever you want, boy.
Yeah, first we
And I'll
have to
wink.
talk.
We're very much into roleplay.
Yeah, how about I play the sexy interrogator woman, and you
And
can
I'll-
play my little criminal scum.
I'll play the torturer.
This can only go wrong. Carry on.
Do I need to like roll for deception or something?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Karen does think she's sexy and she is interrogating him. Is it a lie in Karen's eyes?
So what is Karen asking him?
What's the
What's your name?
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm getting flashbacks to the last time you guys decided to interrogate someone. I really am.
He looks at you, grins and says, "It's wherever you want it to be."
No, but actually, what is it?
I just pull out a
sort
piece of paper and like, you look, you little, you dirty criminal boy. I need you to sign this confession, you see.
You want me to sign a confession?
Yeah.
For what?
Of your lust for Karen.
Of just how dirty and naughty you've been, boy.
Confess your
non-
sin.
It's a non-disclosure agreement.
He just says, "Sure, just sign it on my behalf. Put a big X, it'll do."
No, boy, I'm really into the roleplay. It has to go. You gotta follow along, boy.
He rolls off the coffin and says, "You bore me. Where is my brother?"
What's his name?
Yeah.
What? He's the one who looks like me. Only he has tattoo of his name over chest. That's how we tell each other apart.
I'm
Tubbs,
gonna look
turn
at
him
his
back
chest.
into a cat.
Has he got a tattoo on his chest?
He doesn't know. The cat might, but it's got fur.
Okay, I'm gonna recatify this guy and decatify the other one.
Okay, roll to catify this guy. He sees you casting and goes, no, 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 and starts running out of the room.
Can I tackle him?
Yes, you can tackle him. Does he manage to fall over his own feet?
Can I tackle him anyway?
Sure. So Karen sort of like lands on top of him, the two of them start rolling around, and you hear him cackling as they're rolling around.
Here's that orgy he was talking about.
I'm not getting involved in that.
I will punch him in the nose, thereby giving Tubbs an opportunity to turn him into a cat.
I am gonna attempt to recat him.
Natural 20. Karen cracks him, knocks him out. Blood pours from his nose. He hasn't moved at all.
Quick, turn him into a cat.
Tubbs turned him back into a cat. The cat hasn't moved.
Oh god.
I'm gonna tickle the cat. Is the cat
It's
breathing?
unreactive.
Oh god.
Is the cat dead?
Technically, we didn't murder a cat.
Meg's gonna attempt CPR on the cat.
On a cat. So Meg is currently performing CPR on a cat.
Well, I'd
What
rather
else
the
are you
cat
doing?
than him.
He's not a cat now.
I know, but it's easier to look at than anything. Never mind.
Okay, so while Meg performs CPR on a cat, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna recatify the other one.
I'm just kind of watching.
Right, so
Me
we
too.
wanna
I
find
don't know
out
what to do.
what the
When
names
this guy
are.
reappears, roll to reappear him first of
Oh.
all.
Okay, before I do that, I think we need to find out what their names are, if they know who Sergei von Zarovich was, to see if he was a good guy or a bad guy. If he's like, as in he was a hero, and the Zaroviches hate him, we can be like, hey, we killed your brother, no worries. If they liked him, then we can find out what he did. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then we can blame it on the cats.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. So I'm gonna recatify the other guy.
You cast, he respawns as a fully dressed person who sort of
Cool.
looks around and goes, huh? And then looks at Meg like, it looks like Meg is kissing a cat. And he's just like,
Hey there,
I
sweetie.
am not into this.
Well,
Looks quite
maybe,
alive.
Oh,
It's
I don't think
fine.
any of us are really.
maybe sweetie, you's into some of this, and I just start unbuttoning his top.
See how he reacts.
This is taking a turn.
He sprints out of the tomb. As if you don't see him for dust.
We should have really shut that door. Can someone chase him?
Fine, I'll chase him.
You get to the top of the stairs, you don't see where he's gone, he's completely legged it.
Oh shit.
Right. Let's close that portcullis.
Can I check on the status of the cat, man?
The cat is still not moving.
Fuck. Is there a, can I roll any hope of continuing?
The
Would
cat's
you find-
breathing is very faint.
Would you find it easier if he was a man again?
Would we find it easier if it's a man again?
It's probably easier to
You
CPR on
probably
a
would find it easier to tell how what to do if it was a man again rather than
Okay,
trying to breathe
fine.
into a cat.
Also,
Right.
be a little less weird.
Oz, while you're upstairs, can you shut the portcullis so the next one can't run away?
Sure.
And maybe like sit on the stairs looking menacing with your sword.
Okay, alright.
I'm gonna uncat the man.
Okay. He is completely unconscious and looks like he's had a significant headwind.
Oh.
You like lip open his eyes and stuff, and his pupils are completely different sizes.
Yeah.
Should we just
He's had a major headwind.
Should we just like put him in one of these two, like sarcophagus?
Beginning the cycle anew.
So, I'm thinking that thing doesn't like bad shit, right, Oz? Is it worth just like touching it to him and seeing if it sizzles?
I don't know, is somebody going to force me to stab them to death?
I mean, I don't know, are they, Meg?
No.
Tubbs, I'm not even Tubbs, sorry. Oz, I'm not convinced I need to force you to do anything at this point.
Yeah, okay. Ozmand is feeling very defeated. Like, today is just not working out
I
how he
wonder
hoped
why.
it would. He's just going
Meg,
along
jump
with
the
it.
gun.
At this point, like, you know,
Okay.
what else is there to live for? So, I'll do the flat of the blade thing against the guy that Karen just murdered.
Okay.
I ain't murdered him, I just punched him in the nose.
He broke his nose into his brain, I'm assuming.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure
Roll
that's
to
a myth.
touch the sword. The sword sizzles against his skin.
Hmm.
Right.
Does he wake up?
No.
So this
It
guy's
leaves an
dodgy.
indent after you take it away.
So that sword doesn't like him. Now, we don't know what that means yet, but it's got like the power of the sun in it, so it's something that doesn't like the sun, I would figure.
I mean, as we sure it doesn't just do that to everybody.
I
Who's
mean,
like-
that's a good point. Osmond, pop it on Karen, see what happens.
Yeah,
Ready?
I'm probably the goodest here.
Goodest.
Okay, you touch Karen with it leaves a sizzling burn again.
I guess it works on everybody.
Do you want me to go at that with the cheese grater, or are you okay?
No, it's fine. I'll just wrap it up in some of my rags.
So,
I touch the sword on my own hand and see if anything happens.
again, it just makes a sort of slight burn.
Okay.
Guys, should we get gang tattoos?
No.
It might be the headroom talking. Oz, do me next. I'm gonna hold out my arm, like at the top. Like, now, if you can do like some barbed wire or something going around my bicep.
Yeah, well, can I roll and see if I can make a really douchey mark on him?
Yep.
I'm thinking like tribal.
Yep, you give him literally what looks like a triangle. It's like a really badly made heart.
There you go, Tubbs.
Nice. Who's next?
I
Come on,
think
guys,
it's
we're getting
only, Meghren.
Yeah, we're getting matching tattoos. Come on.
Oh, might as well.
Okay,
Here we
so
go, Oz.
as the next 10 minutes go by and CPR fails at the cat guy,
I guess you could say it's certainly on brand for us.
This might be the concussion, but should I get a face tattoo, guys?
No.
I mean, it'd be very intimidating, I'm sure.
you're
Exactly.
that guy.
Do it, do it, do it.
Do it, do it, do
I'm
it.
sure. Oz, can you do me like a little scar that like goes over one eye so people think I've been in a fight?
Okay, but if you want it real little, I'm gonna have to do it with the point.
That's
Okay,
fine. I'll hold
roll.
still. I'm gonna hold my eyes shut. Actually, wait. Is this really unsafe? I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm gonna find a coin and just put it over my eye for protection.
Roller one, roller one.
Oh fuck!
So, Tubbs gets sliced through the eye
Oh shit.
and
Oh,
is
for
now
fuck's sake.
shaking because his
Oh my
eye has
God.
been sliced in half.
This
Oh
coin
my
did not
God.
do what I was expecting. I'm just gonna pass out.
You put the coin on the wrong eye.
I'm just gonna pass out.
Okay, so Tubbs is now blind in his
Left.
left eye.
Rosie starts freaking out. Oh my god, you guys, we are so dumb. Everything we've done is so stupid.
I
He
just
has
want
no
to say
de-
that's Meg's fault for concussing, for concussing Tubbs.
He has no
Hi,
depth.
Cherry, do it, do it.
Meg's just gonna believe that she's dreaming right now.
Head in.
Close your eyes, give me your hand.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you believe the hell out of it.
Believe the hell out of it that this is a total dream.
Do
Has no
you
depth
Slash nightmare.
Do
He
you
can't aim his
feel
fireballs
the
very
same?
well anymore. He's got
And
no
can
depth
this be a
perception.
dream? An episode where everything was a dream.
Okay. So,
I feel like I'm gonna run out of the tube in a minute and just ask for help from a
it's
random
going to be
person to help fix it.
episode 15, stupidity takes over.
Yeah.
So, the next morning, because I'm just going to say that you spend the rest of the night like making Tubbs feel better. The next morning, Tubbs manages to fathom some sort of eye patch out of some sort of bandage. And the rest of you all feel still quite sad that, you know, Catman has died.
Ah.
Yeah, that
So-
is sad.
You've now locked yourselves inside a tomb. Tubbs has one eye. Everyone's feeling sad. But your gang tattoos have healed.
Okay, Karen, I need you to tell me honestly. Does the eye patch look good, or would a gang tattoo have looked better? Because as much as I'm not enjoying this new sensation of not being able to see anything, I do feel like it's a bit more genuine now.
Why? Because you look more like a one-eyed wizard?
Exactly. I feel like it suits my current look.
Well, at least you have somewhere now that you can like store coins and other small objects.
I mean, that's true. Anyway, shall we try and decat this last one?
So this is
Um,
Catgirl then.
Yeah, but first, maybe let's dump her brother's corpse in the sarcophagus and shut it.
Okay, which tomb are you putting it into?
The male one, we're not weird.
Okay. So, you bundled the naked brother's corpse into Sergei's tomb and shut it over. So you uncatify Catgirl, who again looks at you with that kind of like, how the fuck did I get here? What do you do?
Hello, now I need you to be calm. Got some questions for you, if that's okay.
Is she naked, by the way?
No, she's still wearing her like dress that's...
Okay, that's alright then. I was going to offer her like...
Now, do you remember us?
She sort of looks at you and says, you were the ones that... I had a dream that I met you in my mother's house.
That sounds like an odd dream. Do you remember meeting us before then when you were a cat?
She sort of looks at you and that she's not really sure what the hell you mean.
Okay, cool, let's start.
Turn me into a cat so she can understand that that's the thing that can happen.
I'm going to turn Karen into a cat.
Roll. You turn Karen into a cat. Karen turns into what looks like a very flea-bitten ginger moggy.
See? People can become cats. Anyway.
She looks quite alarmed and says, Why did you turn that lady into a thing?
Just, you know, to prove it possible, and I thought you might like a therapy animal while we go through all of it. You were in it?
Karen sort of walks towards girl, like backs away, panicked.
Literally didn't realise I could purr until I just tried it then.
Now, we have some terrible news. Your house was burned down in a fire and you're the only survivor.
She looks crestfallen.
That is a factual statement, don't make me roll for it.
Yep.
Now, can you start by telling us your name?
She seems quite shocked, but she sort of manages to burble out the name Stella.
I was going to ask if I can nuzzle her leg to calm her down.
She is literally, like, every time you get near her, she's shrieking and has dropped to the floor, backing away, saying, Get away from me!
Okay, I'm gonna uncatify her now for you. I'm gonna uncatify Karen.
Okay, roll.
Can I leave the tail on?
No. I was so
okay.
wanting you'd roll a 1 there so I can make you, like, you just morph Karen's head back. But, yeah. No, you change Karen back, who's now on all fours. She looks very, like, angry, even though she's like, I can purr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us your name, young lady?
She told you her name.
Sorry, what's your full name?
The surname Artois.
Stella Watcher.
Watcher, okay. Now, have you heard the name Zarovich before?
She looks between Karen and you and then back to Karen again and nods carefully.
Okay, no one's gonna hurt you, it's fine. Because if I got this right, they're family of yours, is that correct?
She looks at you and says, If I answer, will you turn me into a cat?
Do you want to be a cat?
No.
Then no, I won't catify you, it's fine.
Catify?
Someone... Yeah, it's I'm trying to get it to catch on. Basically, it's a bizarre story, but we found you for the first time when you had been turned into like half cat, half person. You'd been turned into a cat at some point, and they'd cocked up the spell to turn you back. So you were a strange cat person, so
But
it's
why
fine.
did they turn me into a cat?
I think they were jealous. I think they were trying to get to the Zarovich family.
Either that or like he's a transport.
So,
Of transport.
Yeah, I mean like cats are smaller, aren't they?
Well, than
She
humans,
just
generally.
looks absolutely horrified at the moment.
can you tell us anything about the Zaroviches? Have you ever heard of a Sergei Zarovich or a Tatiana Zarovich?
She shakes her head and says she's not heard of either of those.
Okay.
The
What
only
about the Florentino?
the only Zarovich she knows is Strad.
What about Gilbert Florentino? What
Have you
about
heard of
Gilbert?
Gilbert Florentino?
She looks at you and says, I only know one Florentino.
Oh?
Yeah,
Which
he was
one?
he was a builder for my father.
What was his name?
Noah.
Noah Florentino. Do you know a Noah Florentino?
I'll be damned. Noah done switched his career.
What did you used to know him as?
Well, there's no Florentino, of course. But he used to be a farmer. Must have got sick of all the pigs.
Okay.
Never
Okay.
did like pork.
I feel like we've gone a bit off target here. Can you tell us anything about why someone might want to have burnt your house down?
She looks horrified, as I can't imagine anyone would want to burn my house down.
Okay.
My mother got on fine with everyone, even that sweet burgomaster.
I mean, last we heard she had him hung, but that's...
She looks genuinely, upset and shocked.
So yeah, basically, last we know, she was running a court in Kresk, was it?
No,
Was it Vlaki? In Vlaki,
Yeah,
and she had the burgomaster hung.
yeah, and what we heard was he was all rigged. Yeah, she kept trying to
She's
get
literally
back.
huddled in a ball, crying to herself now.
But it's okay, I heard she died in the fire, so we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh god.
She is now howling into herself.
So, I'm gonna pat her on the shoulder and be like, it's okay, we've all lost people dear to us. Here's a skeleton dog, maybe he'll make you feel better. And I'm like, usher Jason towards her.
She doesn't seem to like any animal on four legs. She seems
Stella.
quite freaked by it.
How old are you, Stella?
She sniffs and says she's 16.
Okay. I'm going to just say the signet ring, does that have the same sun emblem that the sword has?
No, the signet ring seems to have some sort of crest symbol on it of the Zarevich family.
Okay. I'm going to point at Oz's sword and be like, does that crest look familiar to you for any reason? That little sun shape?
She looks at it and she looks for a couple of seconds like she's trying to think, but then shakes her head.
Okay. Do you know anything useful?
I know how to sew on a button.
That's very useful. That's a great start. Have you...
How to hem an eye patch. We didn't do a very good job, it's more just sort of like a rag.
I mean, that's a very good point. I have just recently lost an eye.
Yeah, she looks at you and she sort of nods as in kind of like, yes, it looks more horrendous than you think.
Thank you. I'm
It's sort of staring into a sort of socket isn't doing good for her.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I am missing an eye.
Yes, I mean, it's a recent accident. So, this do you say Strad von Zarevich? Is that the fellow you said that
She
you're related
nods and says that's her uncle.
to? Have you ever met him?
She shakes her head.
Okay. Do you know anything about him?
She sort of shrugs and says he likes to keep alone.
Okay. So apparently, and I'm just saying, I heard this from a guy in a weird pyramid, so it's probably true.
She starts bawling and says, he's not dead as well, is he?
No, he's very much alive. But by our understanding, he's been alive for a very long time now.
She sort of sniffs loudly and says, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, this fog's been here for a long old time, right? Like hundreds of years?
This what, sir?
The fog?
What fog?
You know the fog?
No.
That's trapping everyone in Barovia?
No.
Guys,
What fog?
I think we found an interesting...
An interesting NPC.
I'm gonna have a brief conference with my team. You play with Archie. She's lovely. And,
Archie's outside going... through the
Oh,
house.
okay.
Tubbs.
Yeah.
She's a skeleton, right?
Yes.
If she don't like four-legged animals, could you just pull two of them off?
How dare you, Karen Lebowski? Do you know what? I ought to hit you right now for that.
Go for it, boy.
He is a valuable member of this team. Okay? I'd sooner pull Meg's legs off than I would Jason's.
Please don't do that.
Exactly. Maybe Oz can just stab him or something, or, cut his eyes out.
Okay, so...
I've got some good news for you, Oz. In fact, I've got good news for everyone and good news for Oz. The good news for everybody is either this girl doesn't know the fog exists, or she can't see the fog.
What if she's been a cat for a long time?
True.
Yeah.
You can tell us what it was like before.
Exactly. And maybe the Zareviches just, couldn't go through the fog?
Could be, but then why can nobody else go through the fog?
Because they're not Zareviches, right? I
So
mean,
are you saying we should rat her out of the fog?
I don't really know. The good news for Oz is that you're no longer the baby stabber, you're now the eye poker outer.
That's better. I'd rather people knew me for the,
Crippling your best friend in the world.
well,
Yeah.
that's a bit strong.
No, it's not, I'm crippled.
That's not the part I meant.
I don't know what you mean. Right. So, we have this random girl we need to do something with now. Maybe we should just send her to Zarevich and be like, hey, we saved your niece.
I mean, yeah, she is like an orphan now for like
Exactly.
some mysterious fire. So
Exactly.
like, maybe, yeah, we should like take her to her uncle.
Yeah, we should just escort her.
I think that's an excellent idea. Stella, would you like to go live with your Uncle Strad in a castle?
She shakes her head.
And I?
He never seemed to want children.
Well, that's alright, because you ain't a child no more.
Exactly. So, run me through a timeline of Barovia as you see it. What year were you born? How about that? That's a good start.
She sort of blinks at you and says, I don't know.
I mean, that's... Okay, what year is it now?
She again just blinks at you and says, I don't know. Mother never told me the year, she just told me the month.
Okay.
How many times did she say the same month?
Well, I've been here for 16, so...
Oh, sorry. Fully gumped my brain there.
Okay. So, do you know Isaac?
Who?
A big man with a
If
big
she said who, Tubbs, she probably doesn't know.
metallic arm. I mean, it's hard to miss him.
Oh, the grumpy one.
The grumpy one, that's right. He was very
What about
grumpy.
him?
Do you know him?
She shakes her head.
Okay, do you know of him?
She looks at you like she's not really sure what you mean.
As in, like, do you know who I mean, right?
She cautiously nods.
And if you had to estimate how old he was,
60.
okay.
Did you ever hear that weird thing he did with like the dolls?
She looks at you with absolute horror in her eyes and she goes, "Don't talk to me anymore."
Last thing, did your mummy have a partner?
A what?
Partner, like, you know, a dad or something? Like, have you got a
Yes, my
dad?
father.
Okay. And how long has he been alive for? Did he die recently?
No, he's been in bed ill, but he's still alive. Did he die in the fire?
No, he'd been dead for quite a long time before the fire.
She, again, falls into complete wails and just sobs.
But I thought we were on dry land.
Haha.
Okay, no further questions from me. Rosie, Meg, Oz? Anyone got anything?
I don't think she knows anything. She might have been a cat for a while, but she hasn't really got anything like contact-wise to...
Maybe we need to take her to see the fog and see if she can see it.
Look, as the #1 parent in all of Barovia, I say that we take her to her uncle, and then at least she's not going to be living on the streets.
That's a good idea. Very quickly, when we were in that caravan and Karen was nobly fighting all of those ghost bandits off,
Yeah?
do you remember how long they said the fog had been here for?
No, the ghost bandits didn't really talk much.
Okay, because I'm sure it was a long ass time.
Oh, you was talking about the caravan.
Does anyone remember what he said? How long ago Zarevich went to the
It
pyramid
was a
and got...
while ago, right? It was
Like-
Yeah, it was at least like a couple 100 years.
Yeah. So basically, here's our two things. One, she's been a cat and she's actually like 400 years old. Two, she's immune to the fog, right?
But cats don't tend to live as long as people.
Exactly.
So
Oh,
if she were a cat, then surely she would have died even younger.
I've just remembered. Do you remember that whole thing that we never really explored about the fact that when people die, their souls kind of just...
Disappear.
Yeah. Anyone remember that?
I do remember that, yeah.
I do remember it, but I can't remember.
And then like randomly just soulless people appear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I thought you were going somewhere with that.
No, I just feel like there's a whole lot of clues that we haven't really followed. Basically, I'm not sure we're cut out to be investigators.
The investigators just find the clues. It's like a detective's job to like actually piece them
true.
together.
I'm just saying, if someone had listened to our adventure up until this point, or been observing us, I feel like they'd be very disappointed and be shouting at their listening devices quite a lot about how useless we are.
Green dragon.
Yeah, if like any dragon gods or anything. I feel like they would just be screaming at the we're fucking idiots. Luckily, that's not a possibility. So it's fine. No one will ever know what we did here. It's our secret covenant.
What about that guy who ran away?
Shh.
That was
No
last
time.
night there. I think he's long gone by now.
So, let's take this lassie to go and find the fog. See if she can see the fog. If she can't see the fog, then we'll assume that she's like fog immune or something.
I don't think she can't see the fog. I think she's just been a cat and doesn't remember the fog.
That means she's a couple of 100 years old. People don't live to be a couple of 100 years old, even if they're magic cats.
My
Yeah,
dad
she's-
did.
Yeah, but nothing lives like more than like 100 years, apart from elves. Stella,
Yeah.
you're not an elf, are you?
She looks at you and says, "What's an elf?"
You're not a dragon, are you?
She sort of looks at you and says, "What?"
Are you a human? That's what I want to know.
You ain't got horns, do
She
you?
sort of blinks and says, "Oh, huh?"
Basically, I think you might be a couple of 100 years old.
She shakes her head and says, "No."
Yeah, but that's not what the evidence suggests. So,
I think she's just a descendant. Oh.
Yeah, did she look
I
at
don't think she
100
is.
years old Tubbs?
no, but if she doesn't know where the fog is, well, so the fog's been here at least 16 years, meaning she'd know what it was, surely.
Maybe not. Maybe she didn't get out much.
True.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of thought into this fog thing that isn't.
Yeah, I mean, both times I saw her, she was in like a cage.
I mean, that's a fair point.
All we know is that she was around before things got fucked up.
True.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more question, Stella?
Hmm.
What were you doing yesterday?
She sort of goes, I don't know. I remember dreaming something about a ball of yarn."
Okay.
Cute
What?
kitty.
What's the last time that you didn't have weird cat dream?
I'd had a fight with my boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh.
He wanted
What was his
he
name?
wanted to try and show me a trick. I didn't want to see it.
Was his name Victor?
Yes. And
Yeah.
She sort of looks at you with the sort of look of a teenager who hates someone that she used to date.
That's
don't worry.
okay. Yeah, we threw him out a window.
I think he said as
You
well.
did what?
It's
Starts
fine.
sobbing again.
He was turned to lead. He's
You
probably
dodged a
fine.
bullet.
She is
You dodged the
literally
bullet.
inconsolable now.
Oh, well done.
Sobbing.
Rosie,
She's
to
lost
give you a
her
big
father. She's lost her what she considered her boyfriend. She's lost her mother and her brother. And she's just in pieces.
I thought it was an ex-boyfriend.
big
You should be
hug.
happy about the window thing. If it makes you feel better, I was aiming for the bushes.
You know the sort of culture shock someone has when they wake up from being frozen in time and all their family are dead?
Yeah,
It's
she's
like that.
shocked.
I know it-
She's,
I know it
she's
very well.
traumatized.
Okay.
But you still got like one person left, your uncle.
Yeah.
For a
You
hug
probably,
and
like,
tell her it's
what the heck?
okay and that everything's fine.
He'll
Yeah.
probably be super happy to see you and like make you some pancakes or something. And like when you think about the only alternative is like living on the street and selling your body to strange men to make a living.
Also, did you know that you're skipping past that because that's definitely not going to make the cut. Did you know that your uncle is like the leader of all of Barovia?
She nods.
He's
So-
like a princess.
Exactly. Now, can I ask you one more question? And I'll stop asking you questions. I promise.
There's a lot of one more questioning.
I don't know. I was about to say.
Columbo.
When
Just one
when you
more
had
thing.
that argument with Victor, what was the weather like?
She sort of blinks and looks at you and says, "Well, it was. It was normal."
And normal is like sunny, dark and gloomy and shitty.
Sunny? What do you mean sunny?
Yeah, I'll take that as a no.
That's cool,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
What's
I think
sunny?
basically So, I don't want to fuck you up even more, but in for a penny, in for a pound. Everything's fine, don't worry. We're gonna go and take you to your uncle.
We
just need to know where he is.
But she's still like a flood of tears.
We just need to know whereabouts his castle is.
I mean, do
You
we?
literally point out the portcullis and you see a castle about 20 meters away.
Oh.
Yeah, we did
Oh, yeah.
start at the castle. I'm just
Oh,
saying. Immediately we were in the graveyard and we're like, let's hang out in this tomb.
Yeah.
We're already at the castle.
Right. I've got an idea. Let's try and develop the plot.
You're gonna roll to find the plot?
I'm gonna try and not only roll to find it, I'm gonna roll to try and develop the plot and move it in a direction that is anything but sideways.
Yeah, like an old t-shirt, the thread is coming apart.
So, real quick, Stella, really important. Have you got any up dog?
She looks at you and says, no.
Quick, Oz. Oz.
I'm not happy about that.
Oz.
Hey Oz, what's up, dog?
Yeah.
Not much. What's up with you, Karen?
Oh god.
I just pick Jason up. I'm like, I think I've got some up dog.
A little higher, Tubbs, than your
Okay.
pencil.
I hold it right above my head. Is
I walk
up dog?
I walk out of the tomb.
Okay. You unhook the portcullis
I guess that was up dog, Jason.
and move outside. As you sort of walk towards the castle itself, you hear... Actually, no, can everyone do a perception check?
I think I was supposed to add
No, I
something to
can't.
that, but I still rolled a 5.
Okay,
so-
Meg notices, that's fine. So, as you move back towards the castle, you suddenly stop and Meg sort of makes a sort of shh, shh, and you move behind some tombstones. You notice, walking through the graveyard, seems to be an enormous panther. In its mouth it's carrying a definitely dead hare. And it seems to be walking, like, towards the castle itself. What do you do?
I'm gonna duck behind the biggest tombstone. And
Guys, should I try and...
No, just hide. Let's just watch it for now.
Go show it your up, dog.
I've done enough bad stuff today. I don't want to do it anymore.
Uncatify it.
At this point you hear a from Diaval, and the panther looks up and sort of tilts its head at Diaval and sort of begins walking slowly towards the pro.
Tubbs, turn it into a cat.
I'm gonna turn the panther into a cat.
If you want. The panther sort of stops, it looks around, it's a cat. Nothing happened.
Turn it back into a person.
Nice.
And it just sort of continues walking towards Diaval. Diaval
I'm
sort of
good.
lands on its back and just sort of starts crowing happily.
Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it maybe Rictavio?
Hey, cat?
You notice a collar around its neck that's very skin coloured. It's got a sort of metal tag under its neck.
I'm gonna try and read it.
Skin colour nature of that.
Okay, roll.
Am I about to lose a hand as well as an eye?
You carefully look under the panther's collar.
I'm gonna scratch him on the ear as I do so.
You find the little medallion. The little medallion says, "This is Pascal. This is Rictavio's cat."
Oh, it's Rictavio's cat.
Hi, Pascal.
Yay!
Oh, he's gorgeous.
The panther sort of goes, and then Diaval sort of crows happily, and then the panther continues to walk towards the castle.
Now, why the fuck is Rictavio's cat walking towards the castle?
Well, he did say that he loses an awful lot of his pet.
Yeah, but that looks like it's taking... Shit, maybe Rictavio went into hiding, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's hiding near here like us. Let's follow him.
Okay.
For everyone up for following the panther.
Well, the panther's going the same direction we were going anyway, so yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you follow the panther. It leads towards a. It's a snug fit for most of you to get through, but it's a hole in the wall, and it leads you into the sort of catacombs of the lowest level of the castle. And it walks along this sort of very dark, dingy corridor, and eventually it comes to a bunch of jail cells. And it drops the hair on the floor and makes a kind of noise. And you see a very thin-looking man scrabble across the floor, pull the hair in, and begin munching on it.
Is it Rictavio?
It's not
Rictavio? Oh,
It seems to be a very old man who's like skin and bones.
He's gonna get worms eating it like that, you know, boy.
Hello, old man.
The man sort of looks at you and says, "Ah! Who are you?"
You're Karen and the Smothers featuring Ozmand. Who are you?
He sort of blinks and goes, What? What?
Also, Stella's here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Stella. That's Karen, and I point to me, Rosie, and Tubbs. We're the Smotherers, and that's Ozmand, and over there's Stella.
Okay,
And you are?
I'm Ronald.
Hi, Ronald.
Do you know our friend Rictavio?
Who?
This cat. He belongs to a fella called Rictavio.
Are you jailers?
No.
Have you come to torture me?
No.
Maybe. No.
I mean,
He
No.
sort of looks very wide-eyed and he's not really sure. He's the only person in any one of these jail cells.
Why are you here?
We can if you want.
I don't remember. I got taken from my work and locked up here.
What
I
was
only
your work?
survived because my friend here brings me food. And he sort of twats the panther on the head several times. The panther sort of gives you a look of, yeah, well,
How
So-
big are the bars?
reasonable size.
Would you say they're small enough for a cat to squeeze through?
Potentially, yes.
Tubbs, you're up.
How about we break you out?
I am going. Yeah, I'm going to catify him and break him out.
Okay. So you turn him into a cat and he looks very confused and then sort of runs through the bars.
I'm going to grab the hair as well and feed him the hair. He's probably better eating it if he's a cat.
Okay. So now he's through the bars, what do you do?
well, do you not think we should have explained to him we were going to turn him into a cat before you just did it?
I think we were implied. He seems like a smart guy who can
Okay,
figure
you
it out.
turn him back
gonna-
from
yeah.
You turn him back from a cat, and he's sort of very. You can tell he's not been used to standing up properly for a while. He seems very like wobbly on his feet.
Would you like to head to our office and have a chat?
Yes. Office?
We have a headquarters near here.
No,
Oh,
we'll just.
Where is it?
You
And
know that big fancy marble building?
Panther sort of like brushes against his leg, and as in sort of gesture to lead him away.
Yeah,
I
the
don't-
panther knows what's up. Hang around with
Yeah.
us, you get hurt.
Yeah, just look at Tubbs.
So the old man goes, "Thank you, friends. Thank you. It's very appreciated."
Now, whoa, hold on. Questions, please. How did you come to be here?
I told you, I don't know. I was working and I got kidnapped from my work.
What do you
Well,
do for work?
Well, let me see. Hang on a minute. Do you have the orange gem?
Oh no. No.
Let's pretend we do, because you owe us a favor, and I'll kill you if we don't.
It's true, he'll do it. He's crazy.
Well, if you have the orange gem, I can give you the scarlet gem.
So you
Well,
work at
I
that big...
used to be able
Wait,
to.
wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
know if
wait.
I have the magic anymore, but I used to be able to.
You work at the creepy pyramid place.
He sort of looks at you like trying to remember and then goes, "Yes?
And how long ago was that?
I didn't have a beard then." And he's got a beard down to at least his waist.
Was it the scarlet gem I needed for the elf woman?
Gem, I think.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
pink
no, you're
gem.
right. It was the pink one. Yeah. So, carry on.
Okay.
So he sort of looks at you with like, he looks like he's definitely like mite infested and like he's been here a very long time.
You're free. Run wild and free through the meadows and fields of Barovia.
Before he runs away, you said he tortured you. What were they trying to find out?
They just like torturing me. They kept doing things like stabbing me with orange things.
But if you was going to give us the scarlet gem for the orange, does that mean you got the scarlet gem on you?
No, I transmute one to the other.
So you wouldn't say it's not worth our time, like, working you over then?
He sort of looks slightly shifty and be like, "Well, I don't have anything."
Can
Should
I
we...
tackle him?
Can if you want.
No, he's a poor old man.
He's holding on us.
Karen charges, he easily sidesteps. Karen goes head first into the iron bars and knocks herself out.
Yeah.
Good.
Right. Maybe we should let the panther take him away.
Yeah, let the panther take him home.
Okay, so the man takes the panther's collar and slowly limps away. And at this point you hear voices coming up ahead.
The bell tolls. The end is nigh. For this week, at least. Join us again next week for more of our tale. This podcast is an adaptation of Curse of Strahd, a 5th edition D&D adventure. It was adapted from the original story by Nikoli. The podcast features Nikoli, Amy, Belry, AJ, Lexa, and Matt. All music was written and performed by Boström. Artwork was by John Moore.
So, do you remember at the beginning we were saying, depending on how well we do in this episode, will depend how long it lasts, it might be a short one?
You know, I had 5 things written for today's episode, and you're still on 2.
Where did gang tattoos come in that list?